Guys, we're very excited to be here. Mary Poppins Returns, New York City, People Entertainment Weekly doing a big screening event. Are you pumped?
I am so pumped. I'm so pumped, I'm popped.
Oh, wow, okay. My name is Jeremy Parsons. I'm the host of People Now on People.com, PeopleTV, all of that. Lola Oganaike.
Host of Couchsurfing.
Couchsurfing for EW and PeopleTV. Look, we've already been talking to some of the screenwriters, some of the music writers.
That's true. Mark Shaman, and he talked about all the songs that he wrote for this and how his inner 4-year-old boy was just ecstatic to be a part of this project.
You look at it and so much, look, I went into this movie, I saw it a few days ago.
You did?
Okay.
Without me?
Sorry, everybody. Saw it a few days ago, and with the anticipation
I love how you just dropped that.
Just dropping it. I've already seen the film, but the anticipation's so high, and there are so many expectations, right? I mean, everyone grew up with Mary Poppins, or a lot of us did, if you're a little older guy like me, whatever. We grew up with Mary Poppins, we know the songs, we know the story and the characters, but there's this expectation of how do they take it to the next level? How do they live up to what's been established? And I gotta tell you, this cast and crew and these filmmakers have definitely done it.
Well, Jeremy, the way to take it to the next level is you cast Emily Blunt.
Yeah, right. And Lin-Manuel
And a little
Miranda.
up-and-comer named Lin-Manuel. And then you have Rob Marshall direct, right? That's one way to take it to the next level.
That's one way to do it. And so we've already been seeing some of the fruits of the labor. We've already got nominations coming through with the Golden Globes, with the Screen Actors Guild. And as we mentioned earlier with some of the filmmakers, as we were asking them about this, like, look, they come into this project with those expectations we were just mentioning. Like, oh man, how validating is it to have the Screen Actors Guild and the Golden Globes nominate, and for them it's the cherry on top, but they're already proud of the work, which they should be. They've done an incredible thing here. Anyway, we're super excited. Emily Blunt's coming.
She's coming.
Lin-Manuel Miranda's on the way.
Apparently he's about 5 minutes out, so we're watching the door waiting. Okay, he's not here yet, but he's coming. He's coming.
While we're here waiting on Lin-Manuel and Emily Blunt, let's do a little commercial for this little magazine. Here we go. It's the Mary Do you guys see a little rack focus there, Corey? Look at this. Unbelievable what we're doing. We got the special Mary Poppins Special People Edition.
This has beautiful.
It's practically perfect guide to Mary Poppins Returns. Everything from some of the old stuff from the original movie to the sets for the new movie, the costuming.
Behind the scenes exclusives, which you know we love.
As I was watching this with my wife and kids, the first thing my wife said was, can I somehow get the wardrobe that Mary Poppins, would it be weird to walk around town like Mary Poppins, but it's on point. And so all the way down the line, as Disney always does, they really nailed it and don't leave any detail untouched.
I want Mary Poppins Botox because it's 20 years later in the story and she has not aged one bit, Jeremy. What is she doing?
Botox.
I want that Mary Poppins Botox.
All right, so you look at this.
Some Botox.
Here's some of the inside stuff. The Cherry Tree Lane, they remade that famous block at a studio in London.
Where all the magic happens.
All the magic happens. Can we find the wardrobe in here? I don't know. But you're the fashion.
film is a real love letter to London, actually.
Yeah. Some of the drawings and the sketches for those initial designs and things that they did for the movie. All right. Have I sold you on this? On newsstands now. Everybody, check it out.
That was a fantastic job. You worked it.
I'll say this.
Who are you excited to see this evening?
There are a lot of people coming through.
That list?
There are also a lot of Broadway stars. Obviously, Lin-Manuel Miranda, huge presence in New York. You may have heard of Hamilton. People love it. People love him, and this is his city. This is his crowd.
This is his
there are a lot of people coming through for that.
He spent 8 months filming this in London, so I know he's happy to be back in New York. He's a New York boy.
And I don't know if you guys follow him. Lin-Manuel's Twitter, if you don't follow him on Twitter, do it, because it turns out he's the most inspirational tweeter ever.
His Twitter,
every morning, every night.
It's the happiest place on earth. Whenever I'm feeling down, I go to his Twitter. And he just lifts me right up. He's very glass half full. He's very spoonful of sugar. And we love him for that.
We will keep a running tally of how many Mary Poppins lyrical puns we can throw in throughout the night tonight.
It's going to be epic tonight. Yes.
So Rob Marshall, we hear, has arrived in the building. The filmmaker, who's got a great story. We were talking a little bit about this.
Yes, we were.
Doing this, by the way, not a remake, it's a sequel.
It is a sequel, and they're very clear about that.
The kids from the original, the story's
20 years later.
Right, during the time of sort of the Depression and
the Great
London.
Slump, as they call it, the Great Depression.
And there's this great story about how there have been attempts in the past to bring back Mary Poppins and to create some story to go along with it, some sequel. It didn't happen with the Travers estate, and people weren't on board, and whatever. Disney's worked hard at it, and the timing was right. This was sort of this perfect storm. Rob Marshall has said that he was afraid to do it, but he was more afraid not to, because it was a passionate thing for him. So when you have someone like that at the helm that's passionate about the story, the characters, you know they're going to bring fun to it, and a lot of life, keeping that childlike energy, which is something he said he wanted to bring in here.
But apparently he's also extremely meticulous. He wanted to make sure that every single detail of this film was right, because people, especially Mary Poppins fans, are going to be watching this one with a magnifying glass.
A lot of expectation. Even one of the interesting things I also thought that grabbed my attention about the story of the making of Mary Poppins Returns is they brought some of the old animators out of retirement to do the thing. Hello, everyone.
Rob Marshall.
Hello, Rob.
Hi. Come and hang with us. How are you?
Great to see you. Let's step forward a little bit here, guys. We're streaming live for this big event because we're very excited, obviously. Lola, go ahead. Take it away.
So we were just talking about how meticulous you are. In all of our research, we are told that it was very important for you to get this right because you were so emotionally invested in this project. I hear they went through rehearsal, that you mapped out every single routine down to the toe movement. Talk to us about the preparation that went into this.
Well, this film really deserved that. I mean, John and I come from the theater, so we really felt like we wanted to do, and we had to, do a full, over 2 months of rehearsal. Because, and I mean, this film took us 3 years to do altogether. Just because, you know, it's an original musical. I mean, we've never done that for film before, so it takes a lot of time. There's no out of town, there's no preview performances. So John and I were working for a long time to get this one right.
And he is incredibly meticulous. I mean, but the great thing is that even after those months of rehearsal and the specificity, once it goes in front of the camera and he calls action, it's still free and still living. And the actors, it's just they have this great foundation and great relationships with each other that are just enhanced from that rehearsal, but we still keep it free and alive.
One of the things that I thought was so fascinating, we've heard Lin-Manuel Miranda speaking about some of the more difficult scenes in terms of choreographing so many moves, and I think his quote was, it was like defying gravity with a smile, right? That's kind of what this whole process was like. You've done some things, you've got the Broadway thing, Chicago, you know about choreography. What were you most proud of, or maybe the biggest challenge in terms of choreography in one sequence in this movie?
Well, I think for both of us, it was definitely the animation sequence because it's live action and animation together, and it's all hand-drawn animation.
That's one of the first things you shot.
That's the first thing we shot because
on the first day.
On the first day, because we had to get it to the animators, and you know the thing is, it takes a long time to do that. It took over a year to hand draw all of that animation, and it's very complicated. But you know, it was really something. You know, when you're scared of something and you have a lot to like a big hill to climb, it's good to do it first. Right. And it's a long sequence. It's 15 minutes long. We actually took a lot of animators out of retirement to make it happen. So
what happens when they get a phone call from you?
Well, I think, you know, they heard Mary Poppins, and there's everybody, it means so much to everyone, the first film. It means so much to us. I mean, we grew up with that film. It's very deep inside of us. And, I mean, my goal was definitely to pay homage to that first film, but create something completely new at the same time.
Gentlemen, it's really great to talk to you. Congratulations on this. The nominations are already rolling in, and I'm sure they'll continue. Thanks so much.
Very kind.
Thank you.
Have a great night tonight.
Thank you.
Very, very lovely.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. That was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, guys, we're continuing.
How are you?
John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
We'd like to talk to people. We're streaming live. We're so pumped for this
Come to our
event.
party. Hi, come on in, daughter.
It's a Christmas moment for the family.
Okay. What do the holidays look like for you guys? What's the plan?
Well, my daughter's home from college, from being a freshman at Northwestern.
Oh my gosh.
Nice, smart girl.
Yeah, she's a smart girl.
You
come family.
That's right.
By the way, what a charmed life, right? Come home from college, straight to a premiere with dad, no big deal.
That's right. Doesn't everybody do that?
Yeah, I guess so. I
don't know. She was like a normal life. No, we're lucky. We're happy to be here.
So was Mary Poppins a staple in your home growing up?
Yeah, I mean,
Just
it's
a
definitely
spoonful of sugar, helps some medicine go down. But this is the sequel, right?
It's a sequel, so
can't
all
wait.
new stuff, all new songs, new characters.
I can't wait to learn them all. I can't wait to learn them all.
Whole thing, yeah, absolutely. Well, tell us about the next coming week or so. Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
Do you guys blow it out, or is it low key?
No, we have, 30 people
The
coming
whole
for Christmas?
family.
30 people?
30?
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
all the cousins.
yes, I host.
Oh, my
Who
And then we
cooks?
have Latin food, a Latin restaurant, Castillo de Jagua. A little shout out for you.
So what's on the menu?
Pernil, arroz con pollo, arroz con gandule, plátano maduro.
Tostones?
Tostones. Yeah, she knows.
Mouth's watering here. Hey, besides
Can
this
I come over?
Yeah, right. We'll be there.
You're invited. 31 we got.
31.
You heard it. You heard it.
31.
32 if I can come too.
Oh, yeah,
we'll see.
yeah.
Besides this premiere, besides all that, what are you excited about this coming up after the holidays?
After the holidays, my daughter's her movie got into Sundance, so we're gonna go support her.
Wow.
Smart
My
and
movies
talented.
didn't get in. I'm not bitter.
No, not bad at all.
But hers did, so we're going to support her. Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about it. What's gonna?
It's a short film directed by Celine Held and Logan George. It's I play a middle school girl. I was my senior year of high school, which was fun, and a middle school girl figuring out her friendship and love, and it's really beautiful, and I'm excited about it.
And they just got shortlisted on their other short film for the Oscars.
Well, that's
Yeah, yeah.
fantastic.
Oh, wow!
they're
Ride the coattails, Dad. Okay. Hey, you guys have a great night tonight.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you guys so much.
Happy holidays.
to you. Happy holidays. Congrats on everything.
See you next week.
Are we really gonna go? Are we gonna get to do?
Are you kidding? Of course.
I think
we're
we've heard
gonna
of
go.
this guy. Lin-Manuel Miranda's here, everybody. Hi, Lola. Look who's here.
Manuel.
Hi, how are you?
Here we go. How are you?
How are you?
You've been doing these premieres everywhere. How's it feel to be in New York with it, though? You got a lot of. This is your home base, right? There's a lot of excitement for you here.
I love a premiere in Chelsea. I love a premiere on the ACE line. That makes me very, very happy. Yeah.
Okay.
So, talk to us about what you're most excited about for this evening. You're showing this film in your hometown.
Well, listen, we finished filming principal photography on this in May of 2017. So we've been sitting on a secret for a year and a half. It took that long because we brought back hand-drawn animation, which Disney hasn't done for a very long time, and I'm just so thrilled. You know, my family saw it, my son saw it for the first time last night.
Wow. What was the reaction?
It was great. He sat on my lap the whole time. During the chase sequences, he was kicking the hell out of me, and it was like the best. It was like the reason we do it. So it was. I'm very happy.
Now, Lynn, I heard that you and your wife watched a rough cut, and then she promptly went into labor a few hours later.
Yeah, that's
Is that true?
Yeah, we watched a rough cut.
Is that a good sign?
The animation wasn't done. This was in early February. We were past our due date, so my wife watched the movie sitting on towels, and then we had a great lunch with Rob Marshall. We tucked in my other son, and then we had a baby that night.
So Mary Poppins Returns, many things. It also induces labor. Let's talk about this. I saw it and was just thinking about the songs and going back, and my girls have been kind of singing the songs. And I wonder from your perspective, is there one that you can't get out of your head? Because they have that ability in a great way to get lodged in there.
Yeah, Triple Little Light Fantastic is firmly lodged in my brain, and it's because that's the one my kid left singing, and also Nowhere to Go But Up, which my son has already written as to Nowhere to Go But Sideways. He's the real lyricist in our family.
So great. So you opened up about the one tough scene. I think it was with Ellen.
Yeah.
Throwing an apple, riding a bike, singing. Very difficult time. Maybe hit a few kids on the side. What choreographed moment are you most proud of when you look back and saw how it all turned out?
There's a moment where I slide down a banister in this, which I have been doing since I was 6 years old. I've been getting in trouble for it at my school all my life, and now it's in a Disney movie, and I'm very proud of that. I'm like, see, teachers who yelled at me.
Final thing,
even handy.
And can we talk about that Cockney accent? How'd you nail it? I heard you were chained to a dialect coach.
Yes, that was figurative language, of course. But yeah, I had an amazing dialect coach named Sandra Butterworth. And I was getting squeezed by Emily Blunt. Yeah, I mean, she was like my best friend on set. We had a great time figuring it out.
Quickly, if I can, Hamilton and Puerto Rico soon. What does it mean to you for that to be happening, and what's your anticipation for the show to be there for a period of time?
Well, that was always a plan. I mean, I just, I love that island so much. I was always going to bring a tour to Puerto Rico, even though that's not a normal tourist stop for equity shows. And then once Hurricane Maria happened, it just became about, all right, how do we leave the island better than we found it? How can we do our part?
Great to talk to you.
Thank you very much, guys.
Congrats on everything.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So you may have seen Emily Blunt.
Oh, I think I have
skip by.
seen her. Yes,
She's
we're
gonna
going to
come
get her.
on
She's
back.
going to come on back.
Talking with
She
her.
looks fantastic.
By the way, I love hearing people like Lin-Manuel Miranda talk about taking their kid to it, right? A lot of these stars, you talk to them and they're proud of the work, and okay, it's interesting when an audience sees it, but when your own kids, when your own family sees it, right, that's when it can become like the real the real honest moment of like, oh, do they like it or not, right?
I know, and kids are so honest. He shared a moment of his son singing one of the songs on Twitter. So we talked about how amazing his Twitter feed is. It also features his son singing one of the songs. So there you have it. It is already a family affair in their house.
One thing I love, and you can feel it in this room, I don't know if you can feel it, we can feel it. These guys have been promoting this movie all over the world. There's really this sense of excitement that they still have, even here near the end of the press tour. It's finally coming out later this week.
Well, there's nothing like New York, especially for an event like this.
Right.
And I love that he takes the train, the ACE.
I don't know if he took it, but he knows that it's close by.
He knows that. He took the train here. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Okay, so Emily Blunt's right over here.
She's
I don't know,
right
Corey,
over
do you
here.
see? Can you see her?
We're going to get her.
I could reach out.
She's
in
touch her. She's
there
right.
she is. Well, wait till she finishes that interview, and then we'll be talking. Oh, my goodness. You know what's one of the most amazing things, as we heard a little earlier, one of the screenwriters was talking about the fact that Emily Blunt was shooting Girl on a Train.
Shooting Girl on a Train.
While they were writing Mary Poppins Returns, and she would kind of pop in, and then...
And she was pregnant.
Pop back out.
Emily
Hello.
Blunt.
How are you? Hello, Emily Blunt.
Welcome.
Good to see you.
You too.
Thanks for being here.
Double mic.
It's weird. I don't know how to work this out.
It's double the fun.
You've been touring all over the world doing this.
Yes.
It feels like everyone's still pretty fresh and excited, though. I mean, it gives me a lot of faith in the movie that you're still really pumped.
They're not sort of bored of seeing me all over the world. But no, come on.
Come on, everyone.
So I asked earlier, Mary Poppins does not seem to age. What is she drinking? Is it unicorn juice? How do I get some of that?
It's sort of a unicorn moisturizer.
A unicorn moisturizer, okay. Is it on the market?
You can't get it online. It's sort of just I have it, you know. Me and Julie Andrews.
I love the fact that one of the writers was telling us about you were shooting Girl on a Train, kind of popping in, playing a drunk all day. You go in, you kind of add into the writing and what's going on. Tell me about that process. Did that really make you feel maybe even more emotionally connected to this?
Because I was playing a drunk all day?
No. Just because you were able to get in on the process as it was being developed, maybe in a more personal way than other projects. I don't know.
Well, it was very beautiful to be brought into the fold early on, and they were so collaborative with me. And you know, these songs, by the time we were done working on them, were sort of like tailor-made suits for me, and thank God, you know.
Bespoke songs.
Bespoke songs, yeah, exactly.
I want to talk to you about the idea. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's your turn.
It's my turn. You've said that Mary Poppins is the most empathetic character you've ever played. Talk to me about that.
Well, I just feel that her empathy and her generosity comes from such a pure place because she expects nothing in return, and she takes them on these extraordinary fantasias and then almost pretends it doesn't happen. So I just love that idea of it, making it purely about you and taking no credit for it.
My 6-year-old, I asked her right before I came, what did you love the most? And she said, I just want to be in a bathtub with Mary Poppins. That's all she wants, that sequence. Yeah, but no.
It's a lot of people say that.
Do they?
You know, yeah.
Is that something you hear quite often? In between A Quiet Place and, I mean, there's this bathtub, I don't know.
I think that she shouldn't come in the bathtub for a quiet place. I can understand why the dolphins are more alluring than sort of a birth, you know.
So I wondered from your perspective that your little girl has seen it, right?
Yes, my oldest daughter has seen it. My little one, she's seen the trailer because she's 2.
Yeah,
so
she's 2. No,
the attention span is sort of limited.
But what was the older one? What was her takeaway? What was the moment that she connected to?
I mean, I think she absolutely loved the underwater, and she loved the balloons. There's a balloon sequence, not to spoiler, but you know.
Any chance for Lin-Manuel to be in Quiet Place 2? It's just, I feel like he could add something.
Playing the monster, because he's clearly such a horrible person. Right?
Take me back to the first day on set, because I understand that you had been a huge Hamilton fan. You'd seen it at least 3 times.
Yeah.
And at some point...
I'm staring at him now
still.
still.
About seeing it 3 times,
Still
so I can't get a ticket over here.
Still fangirling on Lin-Manuel Miranda.
But take me back to that first day. That must have been electric.
Well, it was just really special, and I think that, you know, day 1 of rehearsals, Lynn and I were handed a hat and a cane, and we were taught how to dance. Thank God I think our dancing abilities are sort of on a par with each other. I'd be a bit intimidated if I was sort of with the Justin Timberlake of Mary Poppins. That would have been really tough.
Final quick question, wrapping us up, but going into this, you've opened up about, you know, obviously the immensity of this role, and people liking it, and you doing what you wanted to do.
Yes.
Now nominations are coming in. Does that validate? Does that feel really good? On next level, obviously the audience loves it, one thing, but getting nominations,
I hate getting nominated.
It's the worst thing ever. But is it for this role specifically? Is it kind of a special validation?
It's beyond special, and really, overwhelming, and this has been, I mean, we love this film so much. It's so beautiful to us and means so much to us, and so the fact that other people see it in that way is very moving, especially for this project that has just been in our lives for 3 years now, you know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a great night tonight. Congratulations on this.
Oh, congratulations. Thank you. You're fantastic.
All right.
Emily Blunt.
So we did it.
Fantastic.
I'm taking it in.
Take it in.
I'm processing what she said.
I want to get some of that unicorn cream.
The unicorn cream. I think I mentioned this before. The first thing my wife said upon watching the movie was, "Oh my gosh, her wardrobe." But then you look tonight, Emily Blunt, the wardrobe.
It's fantastic.
Really
She's
incredible.
looked fantastic this entire press run. I've been so impressed and so desperate for every piece of clothing she's worn on her back, including that suit, which I would rip off of her right now if I could.
I'm also not giving up hope for Lin-Manuel Miranda in A Quiet Place 2. I don't think it's out of the question. I don't think we're crazy for suggesting it. They've got the bond
Maybe
there.
a crossover.
Interesting, though. And let's just say this. One of the interesting things about how the role came about for Emily Blunt, she worked with Rob Marshall on Into the Woods.
That's right.
And he immediately knew this is who it needs to go to. So there wasn't a huge casting process for the role or whatever.
No, there wasn't.
These stars, these very talented people do these projects together. Then the next thing you know, there are collaborations that go on down the line. So.
And the great thing about that is that they have a shorthand. They can speak their own language.
Right.
So, and I love that she was so intimately involved in the creation of this character.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just walk into these roles and they hand you a script and that's about it. She really helped craft this, and I love that.
Emily was saying in an interview I saw this morning, I think it was on Good Morning America, that when her daughters, she's never been more cool than she is with her daughters when she snaps into like a little Mary Poppinsism.
Yes.
Come on in. Where are we going? Oh, we're ready. Nope, he's gone. We're going to have more. The red carpet is kind of full of people here.
Can
so
you imagine her just snapping into a Mary Poppins when her kids are behaving badly, though Emily Blunt's kids could never behave badly, right? I mean, they're perfect little angels. But should they?
I imagine John Krasinski kind of running lines with her and thinking, "Hello, sir.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank
Come
you.
on over here.
Oh my goodness, so good to see you." So how are we? Are we excited for tonight? What's the feeling? What's the vibe?
We're excited anytime people get to see Mary Poppins Returns because we love making it so much, and we're really happy for have people embrace it and enjoy it as well.
I have not seen it yet, but I have to hear, what is your favorite moment in this film? I hear it's phenomenal. Jeremy's seen it. I have not.
I've been bragging about it all night. I humble brag constantly.
Good man. You know, there's so many wonderful moments, but I think my favorite is when the balloon lady, played by Angela Lansbury, says to Mary Poppins, the grown-ups will all forget by morning, and Mary Poppins says they always do, which is what we hope doesn't happen. That, you know, when you rediscover your inner child again, you actually retain it and remember it. The world will be a brighter place.
And speaking of brighter place, Mary Poppins she arrived at the right time. These are tumultuous times we're living in, and just to have Mary Poppins back, she is the spoonful of sugar that we desperately need, isn't she?
I'm working it in.
There you go. Well, it was one of the reasons
the jug of sugar we need.
There you go. It's one of the reasons we wanted to make the film, was to put out the message of possibility and hope and light into the world at a time where it feels like the world could use it.
You reminded me there, we haven't talked about this yet. Dick Van Dyke has this great sort of cameo appearance that he pops in. Man, I would just imagine that would be so satisfying from the filmmaking perspective, to have him on set, to have him lend his, obviously everything that he brings, this legendary status to this. Talk about that, his appearance, and just what he adds.
Well, he first of all, it's more than a cameo, actually plays an important role in the film, but it was for all of us a memorable lifetime moment when he came onto the set. And he came on and he said to Rob Marshall in front of all of us, "I feel the same spirit that I felt on the first film here on the set today." And as you can imagine, there wasn't a dry eye in the house. And then he proceeded to act beautifully, and then sing, and then dance, and then jump up on the table, and all at 91. It was extraordinary.
And he did repeated takes. This was not just a one and done for Mr. Dick Van Dyke.
He did repeated takes, but you know what? He could have all gotten in one. That's how good he is.
Wow,
really true.
Fantastic.
It's a pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations on this.
Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I'm seeing it right now, tonight.
Right after this?
Yes.
It's about to start, I think. We're very close to the end. We're wrapping up. Look, we've done it.
We're wrapping up. The party's over?
Let's do this one more time.
Okay.
One more time before we go. You can check this out. It's People's commemorative edition.
I love it.
The Practically Perfect Guide to Mary Poppins. A little bit of everything in there about the making of this film, and some tidbits about the original as well. It's fantastic. If you're a fan, even if you're not a fan, you're going to be more of a fan if you check
Everyone's a fan.
Guys, this has been great. Lola, it's been fun.
It's always a good time with you.
Let's go in
Jeremy.
and watch the movie. I'll watch it
Yes,
for a second
please.
time.
Yeah,
you can see it.
I I
First
love
time.
that you're still bragging
And
about
guys,
having
wait.
seen it without me.
Also, don't forget Mary Poppins Returns in theaters this week. You can check it out now and throughout the holidays. Thank you for joining us. You guys have a great night.
Happy holidays.